is to pair your GizaBot controller with the Android application. Make sure your internet connection is of course active and that your GizaBot controller and your phone is close to your internet or close to your router. So we go to the Play Store, and in the Google Play search bar we search for the app that's called eWeLink. It's spelled E-W-E Link, like this one here, the blue square with the small little E. You click on it and you download this application. In my case, it's been done already. Once downloaded, look for your app, open it, and now they require from you to register an account. In my case, it's South African top. This is my email address, and of course you need a password. Once you've logged in, we click on the plus button to add another item to the list. What we are going to do is to make use of the very top option to pair, and we will come back to this in a moment. And still on the bench, before your final installation, first thing to do is to take the probe, the USB socket, and plug and play into the USB socket like this. As easy as that. And then I've prepared myself a piece of electrical wire with a 3-pin plug. Now you need to be very, very careful when you do this because if you work with electricity, it's paramount that you are very careful. And with this piece of wire, I connect it to the in connection, live and neutral. In this case, it does not matter which wire goes to live or neutral for our test purposes. So live and neutral in, careful again, and this is your 3-pin plug. So now we're going to power the GizaBot controller. We notice the Wi-Fi light, the Wi-Fi LED indication. What we need to do now is to put the GizaBot controller in a pair mode. You press this button for about 7 seconds. There we go. It changes to this flash mode. Back to our application. We click on quick pairing. We give it a name, or in this case it's your router at your place, then your SSID, your router's name. In my case, it's HomeBots. And then you need to add your Wi-Fi password and next. You will see it's trying to connect to the device. It immediately indicates that it has connected to this GizaBot device. While we're here, it's important that your GPS is activated on your cell phone. If it's not activated, the app will ask you to activate your GPS connection. It has registered the GizaBot controller. Now you can give your GizaBot controller a customized name. Once that's been done, we say complete. And we can now look for the GizaBot controller. In my case, here it is. My device 7BF. In your case, it will be whatever customized name you have given to it. So we click on this. And the very first thing you need to notice is the temperature because of the probe. So the temperature on the moment is 21 degrees, which is picked up by the sensors inside the temperature probe. Coming back to the app, if we click on the on and off button, we will be able to control I just want to make sure that my internet connection is fine. It looks like it's off for a moment. We will come back to this in a second. From the previous step, we can now control the GeyserBot from the app. You will notice the power LED indication comes on, and vice versa. You can hear the relay also activating. And from here on, it's a matter of getting used to the application. For example, you can put the GeyserBot controller in an auto mode. For example, if we want the geyser to switch off above 41 degrees, for example, and we want the GeyserBot controller to turn on our geyser, our hot water tank, if it's lower than 39, just as an example, it must switch on. I've got a network unavailable again, so my internet is down for a moment. We'll come back to this in a second. Let's try the auto mode once again. On 41 degrees, we want the GeyserBot to switch off the geyser. And if it's perhaps lower than 39, so that's our automatic mode. In this case, it has switched on because the temperature is lower than 39. So it's up to you to add your requirements and submit your temperatures. And while we're on this screen, you are then able to add schedules to your GeyserBot controller. Let's say, for example, between 8 o'clock in the morning and 9 o'clock in the morning, whatever the case may be, you can set it for repeat operations or once off or on, whatever the case may be. Also, we have different types of timers and loop timers, if you really have the need to make use of those. And then, of course, we have the settings button. And as it is on the moment, I've got the latest software version on it, and it's a good idea. It depends on your needs to keep this option at keep. It looks like I've got an internet problem again. We'll come back to this. Let's come back and try the power on state again. Now it's on keep. If you really need to do the following options, you're welcome. Your temperature units in Celsius, and that is it. If you want to switch off within the auto mode, you need to go back to manual before you'll be able to switch it off. You can see it's off again. On, so that's a typical manual mode. Of course, if for any reason you left the application in the manual mode and you forgot to switch it off, the failsafe will kick in and switch off your hot water tank at 65 degrees Celsius.